Hello and welcome everyone to today's demo of Material Security. Material Security is a cloud office security solution. It's a unified platform to secure the cloud office suite, which is critical infrastructure for every organization. Material consolidates a variety of different products for M365 into a single product. In today's demo, we're going to cover data loss prevention, classifying and protecting sensitive and regulated information, user behavior analytics, identifying risky user behavior, including shadow IT. We'll switch and take a look at posture management, identifying and remediating misconfiguration and vulnerabilities. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about posture management. Material is able to go in and infer a lot of information from the M365 tenant. Some of the things that we're able to alert you to are accounts which don't have MFA enabled. You'll see the first report here shows you all the accounts that we found that don't have MFA enabled, but in addition to that, we bring up additional information that might be more informative. For example, MFA for this account is disabled, but this account also happens to be an administrator. So it might be okay for an account not to have MFA, but for MFA to be disabled and for the account to be an administrator might be problematic. So that gives you a sense of risk that might require immediate remediation. Moving on down, we can see accounts that are using auto forwarding. So we spend a lot of time securing the M365 environment, and if email is being auto-forwarded, it's good to understand where that information is flowing. In general, most of the forwarding addresses you see here are internal, but we can also break it out by external. So in this case, we have two users that are auto-forwarding information outside of the M365 domain. So it's good to understand where that information might be going. Even more so is finding out which accounts are forwarding work email to personal accounts. So in this case, you can see this user, who happens to be an administrator with no MFA, is forwarding information out to a personal Gmail account. And that might be perfectly okay. Maybe around tax season, the user is forwarding W-2s. But what about the fact that a user that's about to leave the organization is forwarding source code to their personal inbox? If you wanted to understand more about the types of emails that are being sent, you have a link at your disposal here that'll take you and list out the emails that are actually being sent. Again, helping you understand the data that's moving out of the inbox and whether it requires further attention. Going back to data loss prevention and understanding sensitive categories and sensitive content, we help you understand all the different sensitive content that lives in the M365 tenant. We break it out into this histogram so you get an understanding of the number of categories, the number of accounts, and the number of messages involved. You can also view the data by accounts, helping you understand users that have the most sensitive content in their inboxes. Again, in this case, Douglas has 77 messages that fall under sensitive categories, and we're shown that Douglas has MFA disabled, and he's also a material admin. Again, helping you understand the level of risk and whether or not that qualifies for immediate remediation. Let's take a look at the inbox. Here we are in an M365 inbox. You see a variety of different emails that have been delivered and tagged with a sensitive category. If I click on one of these emails, you'll notice that the inbox email message says that it contained tax documents. So the original message that was received has actually been removed and stored in a dedicated single tenant data warehouse. In order for the user to retrieve the original content, they would need to click on Retrieve Message. Material integrates with your existing M365 IDP or any MFA solutions like Duo or Okta. So when I go ahead and click Retrieve Message, I'll receive a notification on my phone. As soon as I consent, Material will pull from my response. It'll reach out to the API, retrieve the original message, and drop it into the retrieved items folder. So if we go back to the inbox and we go to the retrieved items folder, this is the original email that was delivered, including attachments and all the original content. So going back to the inbox and taking a look at the message, you'll notice that if an attacker were to gain access to the inbox, they would not be able to consume any of the original information. All of the original information is safely locked in a dedicated data warehouse, and a user needs to go through an identity flow or some type of MFA flow in order to retrieve the content. So this completes our demo today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.